So we've just arrived in the room. Please ignore the state of me because I haven't looked in the mirror and we've been travelling all day. And the airport was a bit of a palaver, to be honest, but I'll explain all that later. I want to show the room before we mess it up, although Jack has just jumped on the bed. Okay, so we've got 2 double beds. It's gone really dark. I don't know how to stop it going dark, but 2 double beds. Jack's really happy because this reminds him of America, where we slept in separate beds, and we're actually meant to be in America right now, but I think we will be only using one. What do you think, Jack? Take your mask off. You've had it on for like 20 hours. Got a full-length mirror. These are really big wardrobes and the safe. I'm doing this very badly. This is a really bad room tour. On the left is the bathroom, which is really modern. It's like really nice shower, and then the sink. Going through, we've just got some drawers there and a mini fridge, which is all included, so that's really fun. Got the telly, got like a dressing table, tea and coffee area there, and then we have the nicest view of like a mixture of the pools and the sea. It is so nice. Let me show you. And this is our room from the other angle. It's really nice. It's such like a beachy theme. The hotel's called Seabreeze Beach House. To be honest, we booked this so last minute that we really didn't have much choice. Nice view of Jack's sweaty back there. Yeah, we booked this really last minute because our flights to America and our Orlando holiday, excuse how sweaty I am, it's so hot, those were cancelled like 3 weeks ago. So we booked this really last minute and everywhere was fully booked. So this was, I think we only had like 2 options for all-inclusive, and we wanted to go all-inclusive to stay safe because in case we couldn't leave the resort for whatever reason, but we will be going out and doing some things but also chilling here a lot of the time. But yeah, this was like one of the last options and it is so nice. I think we had to choose between like 2 and this one had more restaurants, so we definitely went with that. The walk from reception to here, the views are so good, but we're waiting for our cases to be delivered. We're like really sweaty, haven't changed in like, I don't know how many hours it's been now, but yeah, we're gonna get ready, and that was the room tour. So basically we had to have another test when we landed at the airport. So we had a PCR test within 3 days before flying, which had to be done by like a healthcare professional or whatever you call it. We couldn't like use the home test and do a self-administered test. It had to be done by someone. So we had that, and then when we got to the airport, they did another test, which we think is the PCR test, but we're not sure because we thought we had to come to the hotel and pay for it, like $150 each for the PCR test when we landed, but they did it at the airport for free. So we think that's right. They haven't said we need another one. We've got these bands that don't come off. They just say welcome to Barbados. We were green. I think that's something to do with the hotel, and we have to quarantine until we get our results. So they should come in less than 24 hours. Some people say it comes in like a few hours, in like 6 hours or something. These bands don't come off, so this like shows everyone that we're in quarantine, but we can still go to all the restaurants and go to the pools and stuff and sunbathe by the pools, but we just can't go to the beach or to the gym or go to public areas because the beach kind of counts as a public area. Once we get the results via email, which goes to Jack's email, we had to change it. I'm like last minute we realised we wrote the email wrong, so I'm hoping they come. Once we get that, then we're free to do whatever and leave the resort. So it's a waiting game, but it's fine because on the first day of holiday you generally just stay by the pool anyway and stay in the resort. I don't know many people who go venturing out within like the first 24 hours. You just kind of suss out the resort, so it's gonna be fine. But so thrilled that we haven't had to pay $300 for those PCR tests when we landed, and can't really complain because they're being extra precautious, but that is a lot of money and we were willing to pay it. But super good that we just went through and they did it. And to be honest, they didn't really say anything. Like the whole process was quite confusing. Like they were just like, go there, go there, go there. They weren't saying what's happening. They literally just gave us like a test tube to have our test, and then someone did it, and oh my god, it hurt so much. Nothing like the ones in the UK. It was just the nose one. But I literally felt like it went to my eyeball. It was horrible. But yeah, super thrilled we don't have to pay for that. And then on the way back we have to obviously do the test within 3 days or 2 days before we leave, and then when we land we have to do the day 2 test because it is a green list country for the UK, but Barbados has loads of extra checks this side, which is obviously good but expensive. Okay, so it's now the next day. Please ignore the state of me again. This is pretty much what I'm going to be looking like for the next 10 days. It is too hot to make an effort. But I didn't really vlog yesterday after we got to the room because we were pretty much sussing out the resort. You know, when you first arrive on holiday, you don't really know what you're doing and it's all a bit awkward, and you like turn up for food and you're like, do I need to tell them I'm here? Do I just walk in and sit at the table? It was a bit like that. So I think by the time we got through the airport, we landed at 12:30. Sorry, Jack's in the bathroom. It took us about an hour and a half at the airport with all the documents and the tests, etc., and getting our private transfer. So we got here, I say just before 2:30, and then from about 3 till 5ish we chilled by the pool. Obviously all the beds were taken because it was like the end of the day, well, all the beds around the pool, and there's 3 different pools, and we managed to get a couple of beds at one of the adult pools, not right by the pool. We didn't actually go in, but they were really nice and the beds are really comfy. Jack's sorting the safe out. Okay, my brain's not really working, so I think I'm saying everything wrong. But yeah, didn't really feel much. Went down, had a little bit of lunch, chilled by the pool for a couple of hours, came back, kind of got ready for dinner, but not like proper ready, like half ready, and had a quick dinner around 7. They reserved for us to have dinner at 7 because obviously they have to keep track of us because we still got our bands on. And then literally came back and went to bed. So I didn't really feel much because we were sussing everything out and really tired. But it's the next day now, it's about 8 o'clock. Jack's already put towels on the beds because we didn't really know like if all the beds would be taken, because it's like different wherever you go, and obviously some people get up really early and get beds by the pool for their kids so they can see the kids. But Jack went down there like super early at like 7:30 and put towels in the beds, and we're kind of like sussing out if that's the etiquette to do or not, but no one told him off, so it was fine. We are up pretty early today because obviously we went to bed super early, and I don't feel jet lagged anymore. And yeah, we're gonna go down for breakfast in a bit, and obviously we keep refreshing our emails to see if we've got our results so we can take these bands off and walk along the beach and leave the resort. But I think we should get them around lunchtime today. But yeah, I will show a bit more downstairs today. It is really hard because obviously everyone's in bikinis and stuff, but I'll show a bit more today. I like bag, Jack. He's Jack has claimed this is the best cake he's ever tried in his life, and he's given me the last bite. And I don't even like red velvet, but I'm going to try it. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So you've got the camera on you all the time?
I don't know if you can hear me because I'm on the balcony right now and we've got a sea view and the sea is really quite loud, but ignore my pyjamas and also my sunburn and my red nose. We just had our first day out. I feel like everyone on their balconies can hear me, but oh well. Not our first day out, first full day by the pool. We still haven't got our COVID results. They're meant to come within 24 to 32 hours. I thought it was under 24 hours, but went to reception, they said 24 to 32 hours, so they should come in the next 3 hours-ish at like 9:30. So obviously we can only stay by the pool and go to the restaurants. I keep checking because there's people like below me, but yeah, so we've just stayed by the pool all day, got a little bit sunburned. I can't tell if it's sunburn or a tan, like can you see that? A little bit red, it will go down. But I kept topping up on sun cream, but I think my body's in such shock because I haven't been on holiday for, oh there's a plane landing. Yeah, I haven't been on holiday for 18 months and been in the sun this much. I think my body's in shock no matter how much sun cream I put on, like I've just literally changed colour completely. I'm out here because I bought a little mirror with me, so I'm going to do my makeup outside. We're literally just going to one of the restaurants in the hotel tonight because we can't leave. It's a different one to what we've been to. We've booked another one, I can't remember what it's called, but apparently the one we've been going to is like the least favourite, so this one should be like really nice. The food has been nice, like I'd say it's been really nice, but like the last holiday we went on to was to Riu Palace in Cape Verde, and Riu Palace has the most insane food. I think that's like quite well known across really the hotels. That's the first one we ever stayed in, and oh my god, it was unbelievable. So I felt like that has ruined our standards and has made our standards too high. But we've only been to one of the restaurants, and there's a few to go to. And obviously we chose to go to an all-inclusive in case like something happened with COVID. And we had to stay in the resort, so we've gone to an all-inclusive with like multiple restaurants, so we can't get bored. But we do plan on going out to different restaurants and trying different foods and things. We were going to go to Oyston's fish bar tonight, but we can't because we haven't got our COVID results. So that's open every day for lunch and dinner. We wanted to go on a Friday, but we're here next Friday as well. We're here for 10 nights, so we're going to go next Friday because I think that's when like the street party is, and it's like quite a good atmosphere. But yeah, going for a basic dinner here tonight. There's also a curfew of like 11 PM in this resort, all because of COVID and like keeping track of us. So it's like really safe, and we have to wear masks around the resort when you're like not eating or drinking and when you're walking to different places. So it has been really good, and it's not like super busy. Everyone's like quite far apart, so it hasn't felt like claustrophobic. I don't think it would anyway, because it's like a resort, like no one's on top of each other. But yeah, it's really good. And yeah, we're just like refreshing Jet's email. It's going to Jet's email all the time, and we're like really concerned that they wrote the email down wrong and it didn't come to us. But the reception said that if we don't get it within 32 hours, that they'll call up the airport and like check it all out. So yeah, that's really good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. I don't know how much I covered off like yesterday about all the tests, but we are both double vaccinated, and to count as double vaccinated you have to have had your second vaccine for over 2 weeks. So we've both had that. I think I've had mine for like a couple of months. Jet's had it for literally like 16 days, so just over. So far it's just been a nice relaxing holiday. Jack has got an international driving permit. We weren't sure if we were going to hire a car, so he got it just in case. It literally cost £5 at the post office. We just had to say exactly what one he needed for Barbados. So we might hire a car for a couple of days. We're going to do a few trips, like excursions and things. But anyway, I'm going to get my makeup done. I'm really pleased I bought this because it's like nice to do it on the balcony. I'll show the view, and now I'm going to shut up and stop talking. This is what I'm looking at right now, so there's the sea, so that's why it's so loud. Okay, I'm ready and we're in a rush for our reservation, but quick little outfit of the evening. Don't usually go for black while I'm on holiday because it's not very summery, but like it's the first night and my tan's all patchy, so got to get the black out of the way and then, you know, get the light colours in. Anyway, I don't know if you can see. You can't really see, it's like a bodycon dress with like ruched detail in here, and it's like tied up. I'll show in the mirror indoors, and my hair's already going puffy from the heat, and we're in a rush and Jet's still in the shower. Okay, you can see a bit better in here. So it's like bodycon, and then it's like ruched up here and tied, and you can make it tighter and looser. And then my shoes are from June, although I just can't tell if they look a bit small. Shoes, they're not shoes, they're sandals. Necklace is accessorized. I only bought this to go in the pool because I didn't want to ruin the necklace Jack bought me whilst on holiday, and I wanted the necklace on, but actually I really like it. Kind of looks like the Misoma Fang necklaces that are obviously more expensive, so I'm quite pleased about this. This is a mosquito bracelet, and that is our COVID can't leave the resort bracelet. Sunglasses are also accessorized because I lost my other ones, and these, obviously it's dark, but I feel like everyone wears sunglasses on their head because it just like, when you're on holiday, that's what you do. Here's Jack, refusing to wear a polo shirt to our posh dinner with his female strawberry Jack's defined all of the clothing requirements and rules because you're meant to wear a shirt or a polo shirt, and Jack refused and wore a t-shirt even though we packed enough polo shirts for the whole trip. I think you need to shave your moustache.
My name's Jack. I've been told to be nice. I've had a Coke and ask for no ice. The menu should be nice.
Oh, I missed the beginning. Go again.
I can't remember it now.
My
name's Jack. I'm told to be nice. When I get a Coke, I ask for no ice. Dinner on the menu. Risotto icy. Once I finish drinking my drink, I need a wee.
This is the menu for this restaurant that's in our resort. This means starters, and this means mains.
that means mains everywhere.
And there's desserts. It's quite a short menu. We'll let you know how it is.
Yes, you
I've
do.
got the worst backdrop. We've got a wet floor sign and a blue wall, which just does not make sense. It looks so pretty behind you, and behind me it's like that.
It's very pretty in front of me.
Thanks, It's really dark. I can't believe it. It's like
Hollister in
It's
2015.
not what I was gonna say. It's 7:20 and it is pitch black outside. Like the sun must set really, really early.
Hit the
You
sub
just
button.
can't take pictures outside because it's so dark.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
These are our starters. What have you got? What was it? Crab.
Yeah.
Jack's got crab. I've got some beef thing, but it's not focusing. What's that? That's like a bit of bread. Jack thinks he's Del Boy. He's now got a mango daiquiri. He doesn't even understand my reference. Can you please sing the Del Boy song? Only Fools and Horses. Go.
The music is very moving, very emotional, very romantic.
We've both gone for the pork for main. Jack's already tucking in. What's it like?
It's very porky.
So it's been a couple of days now since I picked up the camera. I think I didn't vlog yesterday or today, it is now the evening. And basically our PCR test results from what they took at the airport when we landed, we were meant to have within 24 hours, which I think I said before. And 24 hours quickly turned into 72 hours. And yeah, so we weren't able to step foot on the beach for 3 days from landing. Which isn't the end of the world because we could stay by the pool and obviously we could use the restaurants. We just had our green bands on so we couldn't go on the beach and obviously book trips out because we didn't know when we could leave. I don't know if I'm blurry or not, but yeah, it was a bit of a pain. There was a point where we thought they lost our test results, they lost our tests because there was people on flights after ours and landing like a day after us that had received their results and could take their green bands off. There were people on the same flight that had taken their green bands off, like people we literally saw at the airport in the queues. They had taken their bands off and we had nothing. And we were also concerned that we'd given them the wrong email address. Well, we gave them Jack's email address. You could only give one for the two of us, and because Jack could get like 3G out here, we thought we'd give them his, but they initially wrote it down wrong. So like when we corrected them, they like scribbled over it and like added the number 10. Jack's just watching a video. And like the way they scribbled it out, if someone else were to interpret it, you couldn't really see, like if it was you who wrote it down, you'd know what you'd done, but you know, like when someone else interprets your handwriting, it can be a bit dodgy. So we were worried about that, and like it got to 48 hours or something like that. And we were like, we should have the results. It's been like a day over 24 hours. We were told there was a backlog because there's been like a rise in cases in Barbados literally in the last few days since we've been here. And obviously their lab is like under pressure because loads of people are having tests, and I think they've gone into like some semi-lockdown. We found out today that some schools are shut. But yeah, it was a bit stressful. We were sending loads of emails. We went to the reception. We were getting them to send emails. We were just not getting these results. We finally got an email response like, yeah, we've sent Jack's. We hadn't received them. We can't find a Sophie Powell. So we were thinking, right, so we've waited over 48 hours now. I'm gonna have to have another test and wait another 48 hours. To be honest, it was just a big stress, and like, starting your holiday refreshing your emails constantly is like just not fun, but it could be way worse. We had the pools, we just couldn't go on the beach, and it was very tempting because like we're on the beach, the hotel's on the beach, so we just could not overstep a line. Not complaining, like well, we were a bit annoyed, but like not complaining fully. Like, you take these risks traveling in a pandemic. There were people who arrived a couple of days before us that have spent 5 days locked in their room because they got pinged because someone on their flight got COVID, and they were meant to be getting married, and they did get married, but they were released at 9 AM on their wedding day at the hotel. to get married at 4 p.m. because they were stuck in their room for 5 days with like a prison bracelet practically on, and they had all their meals delivered to their room, and even their balcony had no sunlight or anything, so they were just watching out of everyone having a nice time literally the days leading up to their wedding. So that sounds horrible. There was also another guy who landed on a British Airways flight just after us because we were on a Virgin flight, who also had the green band on still. So like he was literally within like an hour of us, and there was a point today that we all booked to go and have a private test on the other side of the island so we could just get out of this lockdown. So we were going to share a taxi with him and like split it, and we kind of did it to tempt fate. Like it was going to be expensive. Like the cab there was, I think, £30 each way or $30 each way, which isn't the end of the world, but the test itself would have been like $130 each. And I said before we were willing to pay that when we arrived, but the fact that they'd lost our test results and then we had to pay, so it was their fault, just was not quite the same as us knowing before we left. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, I can't remember what I've said before, but anyway, after we'd booked that cab, we booked to leave at like 11:30 to go to the other side of the island. I think like just before we were about to go up to the room and like get our passports and stuff, we got our results because we kept badgering on over email. In the end we thought we were annoying them by emailing them so much, and also like the hotel, we were annoying the hotel because we were like, they need to contact them. And I'm gonna be honest, the hotel's urgency in this, that it just seemed a lot like they didn't care. I mean, Jack agrees, it was just not very nice. There was no urgency in the way they were handling it, but you take it when you travel during a pandemic. All we're grateful for right now is we're here for 10 days, not 7 days. So that couple who were on their honeymoon, the guy still hasn't had his results. They're only here for 7 nights and half of the trip. So the first 3 days of the 7 days, or it'll be 4 days, like soon. Really, Jack? Jack is making so much noise in the bathroom. Are you doing it on purpose?
Huh?
Are you doing it on purpose?
What?
Making all that noise?
Is that pee really loud?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-say everything I just said. So what we're really grateful for right now is that we booked 10 days here. The other couple with the guy, they're on their honeymoon, they've only got 7 days, and he spent the first 3.5, nearly 4 days of that 7 days with the band on. And like you can go to the pool and stuff, and they've got their little kids, so like going to the pool is fine, but you can't step foot on the beach, you can't go out on trips, you can't go to all these places. Jack, stop making so much noise. We're not the worst case scenario, and obviously we took that risk coming in the pandemic, but now it feels like the holiday has officially started. We stepped foot on the beach for the first time today, which was great. It was a great feeling. We took our bands off. It was like we're not in prison anymore, and now we have just gone through all the trips and the things we want to do while we're here. Luckily we've still got a week left, so we've got loads of time. I'm not even too bothered that we didn't book the full 14 days because obviously we wanted to save some annual leave for like our holidays next year, because we weren't sure what to do because we're meant to be in America for 14 days, but we went with 10 days. If we didn't get our results for any longer, which we felt like we would if we would have had to go and have another private test, probably would have wished we had 14 days, but we've still got a week left. Just booked loads of trips, so I can start vlogging and it being exciting. I've been trying to like vlog around the pools and at the beach today, but there's 3 separate pools, and because there's 3 separate pools, it's like quite quiet, and like there's not loads of sunbeds around them, if that makes sense. So it's not like no one would see me vlogging, or no one would see me like panning around. Like I feel like I'm filming everyone at them, and you know, like big resorts in Crete and stuff, there's hundreds and hundreds of sunbeds, no one cares what you're doing. It's quite quiet. And are you laughing at me?
I'm just laughing at me being.
Yeah, it's quite quiet. It's lovely, and we've like made loads of friends, obviously, because we've been talking about like being stuck with our bands on. This is not the band, by the way, this is a mosquito band. But yeah, it just seems wrong filming everyone around the pool and just having a conversation with the camera, and also at the beach. So when we go on these trips it should be a bit easier, and obviously I'm in a bit of a better mood now because I genuinely thought we were going to be in quarantine for the whole 10 days because it was just not going well, especially when they said did I just say this? Did I say that we got an email saying they can't find a Sophie Powell? Like, that really stressed me out. But holiday started. So the trips we have booked for now. Today it is Sunday. It's Sunday evening. I've half got ready for our dinner. Like, I've not done anything particularly to my hair. I've just put a straightener over it. I just can't style it properly because I just get hot and it goes all frizzy when I go out. I guess this whole clip is, I look really burnt. I'm not this burnt in real life. It's just the lighting, like my face is going yellow and this looks really burnt actually. Maybe a little burnt. It was a couple of days ago that this went a bit red, but like I've been really careful since. My body is not used to like this UV12 or whatever it is here. So Sunday now. Tomorrow we haven't got anything booked, but we want to go on jet skis and do some water sports and go on the hobby cats and stuff. Tuesday we've got a full day tour, so we're gonna, I think Jack is deliberately making noise. We're gonna go snorkeling with the turtles, we're gonna go to the wildlife reserve and see the monkeys and feed the monkeys, gonna see the shipwrecks, we're gonna go on a boat, we're gonna see Cherry Tree Hill, which is like a famous thing that everyone says to see in Barbados. Can't remember if there's anything else we're doing that day, I'm not sure. Then Wednesday we're going on clear kayaks over a different coral reef. I think it's like a reserve, I'm not sure. There's meant to be lots of tropical fish and maybe more turtles, but we'll be on clear kayaks so you can like see through them. And then that evening we want to go to a show in Bridgetown, which is like a harbour light show, and you get dinner as well. It's like a dinner show, and then it's like all acts and stuff, so like flame throwing and stuff. So that sounds really good. And we know someone else down by the pool who we met, the person with the band on. If he gets his band off, they're going as well on Wednesday. And then Thursday I think we're just going to be like by the beach again. Friday, another day by the beach. I think we might spend a day in Bridgetown. We might get a cab to Bridgetown. I don't think we're going to hire a car now. I think we can do most of the stuff we want to do without, but it was nice to have that option, and Jack got the license anyway. Yeah, so I think we're going to spend a day in Bridgetown, just have a look around at our own pace, and do what we want.
Maybe we could get a car and then go to Bridgetown and go to Harrison Caves for one day. Oh, we can't get it for 1 day, so
we can maybe get it for 2 days. Jack's thinking that there are some caves we're kind of on our list to see, but at the same time they sound a bit boring. We're not really into history and like stuff like that. We like the fun things, but it's like one of them things that when you come to Barbados you want to say you've done it. So we're just trying to tick like everything off the list. So maybe we'll hire a car and go to Bridgetown, but we want to do Bridgetown even if we get a cab. And I think we cover it in part of our island tour, but it'd be nice to like just walk around at our own pace. Apparently it's meant to be a bit like lively. I don't know if it will be because they're in like a semi-lockdown right now and we've got to be really careful, but we'll see. I think a lot of the reason there's not loads of all-inclusive hotels here is because there's a lot of nice restaurants in Bridgetown, so we might have a look at those, but obviously all-inclusive was a lot safer, especially because they could have locked us down and not let us leave as well. So that's Friday. We want to go to Oyston's, what's it called? Oyston's fish shop? No, fish market. Oyston's fish market. Is that don't sound right, but that's where we want to go. It's really close to our hotel. We want to go there on Friday because it's like the street party lively night. Will it be because they're in semi-lockdown? Don't know, but we're going to go, and I think we might pop there for lunch tomorrow as well, like go twice. Then Saturday we're doing off-roading in like the buggies. I think I mentioned that before, and I've realised I've been talking for a really long time, but yeah, the vlogs are going to pick up. I need to bring the camera out and like get it out and film stuff, because up to now I think it's just a lot of me chatting, so I will do that. But anyway, I need to get ready for dinner. We've just got dinner at one of the restaurants here, which is our new favourite. It's the third restaurant. It's like our third one we went to. We went last night and it's really nice food. It's like a la carte, but the menu's brilliant. So food is also looking up, and the food has been getting better and better each day, and the menus change every day, and we've been really enjoying it, so really pleased about that. And it's really like the one that's a buffet, you have to sanitize every time you walk through a different door into a sanitizing station, and you have to wear masks when you're like getting served or if you're like going into the buffet, so really safe. Anyway, gonna shut up now, but holiday has started. Okay, this is my outfit for tonight, and I can't decide whether it's cute or if I look a bit like an old granny's curtain. And to be honest, I didn't really have much choice. I really struggled finding outfits and dresses and like playsuits and things that fit me. Especially this trip, I feel like all companies, all their clothes have got shorter, because I'm not like gigantic, but I'm 5'8", and yeah, these were some of the only dresses that I've managed to find my bum. Like, a lot of them were coming up to here, and I was just walking around with my bum out when I was trying them on. So yeah, I didn't really have much choice. Can't decide whether like I love it or I look a bit old-fashioned, but oh well. It's got sleeves, so I could wear a proper bra, so that's nice. But and yeah, and my sandals are literally Primark from like 20 years ago. I feel like everyone had these. I still haven't got rid of them. They're really handy. But yeah, I'd say let me know what you think, but I'm already wearing it, so it's too late. This is what Jack gets for letting me do his ironing. Stand there. We're colour coordinated. I do this all the time because I'm pro washer and ironer, so he ends up with all outfits that match mine. We got our bread, but they forgot to bring us butter. So like true Brits, we're just eating it anyway. I went for the ribs and Jack went for the steak again. This is literally pretty much what we had yesterday, but it was really nice. We've just got back from dinner. Oh, every time that door opens it makes such a weird noise. I can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh, we think that all the staff are being so much nicer to us ever since we had a big go at reception about how useless and like urgent they were with like getting our results and things. Like, they just weren't helpful at all. And to be honest, like, it's not the hotel's fault that our results were so delayed. It's obviously the government and the whole of Barbados is in a bit of a pickle at the moment. I'm out of breath walking the stairs, I'm so unfit. But yeah, ever since, we've had the best service at all the restaurants. I don't know, like, our drinks are topped up before we've even finished. Our food is like so much faster. We also think it's because we don't have the green bands on. Like, everyone avoided us with the green bands, and obviously because that means you haven't had your results and you're still in quarantine. But either of the two, we've had so much better treatment in like, it's not even been 24 hours since about like 11:30 this morning, since we took our bands off. And also, like, I feel like we have to keep saying our room number everywhere we go, because like, even though we've not got bands on and we're not in quarantine, they have to like keep track of where you are and what restaurants you've been in case anyone does get COVID. We're room 216, and everywhere we go we're like 216, and I feel like they've like all told each other, beware of 216, beware of 216, because we gave them an earful a few times because yeah, they weren't great. But it's just so funny how all of a sudden, it might just be coincidence, the service we've received is phenomenal. Also, this is my random thought of the evening. I got a corn and a cob with my dinner. Is there an elegant way to eat a corn and a cob? Especially when there's like no skewer for it, when you've just literally got to hold it. Can you cut, all the lights there, can you cut a corn and the cob? Is there a way of doing that? Because I just get in a right state and sometimes avoid eating it because it's just not ladylike at all, is it? It's not like elegant. I don't know. Anyway, night.